there's been a lot of thought gone into it, but end of the day, it was a pretty ordinary performance last week, but this is the side we think that's good enough to do the job, so we've selected it.
It's a good opportunity for me to get a test at fullback at my hometown, and it's something that I'm really looking forward to. It's a place I enjoy playing, and it's just a good place to play rugby, really.
I'm not sure about Izzy. He's patella tendon problem he's had now for a wee while, and it's not getting any better, so it's really affecting his kicking game and his ability to jump in the air. So we'll just see how he is next week, and it's not something that's going to come right in a week, so more than likely he won't play next week either.
Fullback's a position I've probably played most in my rugby career, and it's one that I do feel a bit more comfortable in. And as I said before, it's just one that it's a chance to get out there and play for the All Blacks. So I can't wait for the weekend.
Patrick's been here all week, so he'll come in for Izzy if Izzy doesn't come right overnight.
Yeah, I think we've got to get really excited by the opportunity. In rugby it doesn't take too long to get another crack at it, and we were pretty disappointed with the way we performed last week at Eden Park, and we've been working hard at training this week to make sure we tidy up in certain areas with our skill sets to hopefully produce a performance we can be proud of at Forsyth Bar.
Did you consider starting Bowden?
No. If you turn around and say so-and-so shouldn't start because he played poorly, we wouldn't have anyone on the park. That's how bad the performance was. So, we know some of the reasons why we played poorly, and one of them is a lack of preparation time. So there's no point recreating that whole thing again, putting new faces in. It's about us working hard on our skill sets and understanding how we want to play, and then going out and delivering that. And as a coaching group and a playing group, we've got faith in what we're trying to do. It's just a matter of getting it right on the night.
As I remembered, everyone's quite honest, and you look deep into each other's performances and how we can get better as a team. So it's been pretty good this week. Just trying to clean up what we need to improve on.
Our skill sets were very poor, probably the poorest they've ever been. But this week we've trained well. There's a lot more intensity and purpose about what we've done, and I think the guys themselves are very disappointed in the way they played. So we shouldn't lose sight of the fact that we did manage to win the test, but at the same time they're very proud people who want to play a quality of game that we can all be proud of. And last week we weren't proud of our performance.
Test match rugby is different to Super Rugby, and there's a different level of pressure, intensity, and I think it's just a little bit of individual accountability, and that spread right across the team for us. So everyone's aware of that and have been working hard on their individual skill sets. And I think if we can tidy up our error rate, then hopefully collectively as a team we'll be able to produce a better performance than what we showed at Eden Park.
I don't know if there's much wrong. I think a lot of people thought England were going to be weak, and we never said that. We thought they was going to be strong, and it was a compact week for us. We had a lot of stuff going on, but that's no excuse. We just, they came out and played really well.
A 2 or 3 test match series gives you the opportunity to look at the game you've just played and work on the areas that you think the opposition are vulnerable at, and also look at the areas that you possibly think you're vulnerable at from the opposition. So it's very much like a chess game, really.
I love playing against any team. To put on that black jersey, it's special, every time. Obviously, just a rivalry for me. It's pretty awesome. Pretty keen to get stuck in there.
The big thing, it allows Corey Jane to go back onto the wing that he's more suited to play on. He was just all at sea last week. You didn't see him get up for the high ball, and wasn't comfortable jumping off his left leg as opposed to his right leg. So that's one big positive. And then of course Jill's his size and speed and how he plays the game allows us to play a little differently.
It's a chance for me to work with CJ and Jules and try and do the best job we can for the team.
We've been hard on ourselves during the week. We know it wasn't the best performance as a back three. So hopefully we just nail down our roles, make sure we get connected in moments in the game, and it should go good.
Well, the one thing that's good about playing here is you know what you're going to get. The roof's sensational. The guys like playing here.
In general, there's a lot of points scored at the stadium, and teams often like to chance their arm and play a bit of rugby from both ends of the paddock.
Yeah, it's a great stadium, so could do a few more of them. Maybe one just a bit further up the road would be good too. It
does test the lungs a wee bit, but I enjoy that. I enjoy running rugby, so looking forward to the game on Saturday.
No wind for back three. It's pretty awesome to have no wind, no rain. So I guess on the other hand, it's no excuses if you drop the ball. So,
do you expect them to pepper you with high balls?
I don't expect it, but I'm ready for it if they do. I think all of us are. So we didn't catch the ball quite well last week, but we'll be working on it.
Yeah, I've found it stays pretty true. You normally don't get too many worries in there. The goal kicker sometimes have a wee bit of an issue. I'm not too sure why that is, but I've found the ball stays pretty true in there, and it's an exciting place to play rugby.
Yeah, you've got to hit it pure and true. A lot of guys just think because there's no wind and you're indoors, it's probably going to happen for them, but you have to go through the same routine and the same rhythm to make sure that the ball sails between the posts. So we had a little kick around there on Tuesday and the ball was flying nicely, so hopefully that continues again into Saturday.
There's not too many times All Black teams play poorly and then don't respond in some fashion. But don't forget we're playing a very good side and they'll respond as well and they'll improve. So hence why I think it's going to be another really good battle on Saturday night.
We debrief and we've had some honest conversations with ourselves and that's been great. The boys have taken that on board. But as I said, to get an opportunity to pull on the black jersey again, you've got to get excited by that against the English side who performed really well last weekend, and we expect there's going to be a few changes and no doubt they'll be wanting to improve as well. So what better opportunity to test yourself against an English side that's playing really well here in Dunedin that offers some pretty good conditions under that roof.
There's a lot of important things you need to do and there's some critical few that have to be done. And last week we probably did too many of the important things.
It's awesome being back in the setup and in the environment, and especially Saturday night was quite special getting out there for the first time in a long time.
It definitely is a lot more physical and it's test footy, and I guess we haven't had a lot of that this year, obviously, and it's good to get back into it.
Well, there's an expectation of where the standards should be, and if they're not there, they get told about it, and they'll tell each other about it. I mean, that's the way this team operates.
I think they play a totally different style to Super Rugby. Their forwards are pretty good, and the breakdown they tested us at times, but we thought we tested them as well. But we were just disappointed at our handling errors and a few of our penalties, unforced penalties that we got. But we just want to clean up those little areas where we could make inroads to score more tries.
I was impressed with the way Jerome played last week. I thought he was one of the few that really enhanced his reputation. This week will be interesting to see, how both of them front up again. It's easy, I guess, to come back and be excited about playing, and Jerome clearly was. But we've come back and played poorly as a team, and we know we have to play well and to be in the contest. So it'll be interesting to see how all the people that are under a little bit of pressure cope with that.
It's what I expected. I always remembered England, I think, as a physical side, and they didn't disappoint on the weekend.
You'd think Woods and Courtney Laws, for example, will come into the pack. You'd think that Hartley will come in at hooker. Keir will probably come in at halfback, maybe with Dixon. Farrell at 10. But then again, they may be happy with how the guys went and make limited changes. But we've had enough to work on ourselves this week to not get too worried about what they're doing.